Alrighty, folks. These are all at the spur of the moment, by the way. I don't sit down and practice and get all ready and go, okay, you know, and whatever. I just got off of Facebook encouraging somebody else who's just posted a video, and he said, you know, I apologize, I'm not that good or whatever. And I just encouraged him and said, you know, you're sounding great. Keep at it. And it sounds like he's kind of just starting up, but he's doing okay. And I said, you know, there's a lot of guys who are too afraid to post any videos. So just to even do that takes a lot of guts, I think. And it is not as easy as some might think to sit and play to a track by yourself. You're not behind a band. You know, there's not a vocalist and other instruments that you can kind of blend in on the side, and you know, it's all you, right in everybody's face, you know. So anyways, I put this is Clowny. I call it I did a trade with a guy some time back, like I mentioned in one of my other videos, for this, because I just wanted it as a player. I wasn't impressed with the look of it or anything. I just yeah, so anyways, I took it and hot rodded it, and I got DiMarzio 59 PAFs in this. They're unpotted. I guess the story is from DiMarzio that he took his original Burris 59 and he copied as best as he could the sound of those pickups on this. So anyways, Epiphone 59, this is a Sweetwater color. I got it in a trade. I got I think a good price on it, probably. These are $1,000, I think, through the trade. I was probably 700 or 600 something I ended up in it for. So I had 8s on this. I put them on about a month ago because I go through waves of really not feeling well. You know, just really tired and weak and whatever, but I still feel better than I did before the surgery. And then I have times where I feel better, like I've been doing videos lately because I've been feeling better. So I just put 9.5s on this today. I had 8s on it, and when I picked it up from doing the playing on these past few videos, they were too easy to play, and I couldn't play them in tune because I'd be pushing and bending them with just touching them. So yeah, this is the other thing I didn't mention on these 59s Epiphones. They got the long neck tenon joint like the Custom Shop Gibson 59s too, which just kind of makes them a little more stable. I mean, it's not the biggest of a deal, but I think it's cool. So we'll do a little something on clean. Maybe turn it up a little bit. So the middle position to me should have a telly flavor to it. Which it does. And the next should have that warm. Alright, so let's do I think sometime down the road when I get caught up paying a few things people I owe a little bit, I'm going to get an acoustic. So here's some of the acoustic stuff that I'll be doing. Alright, stop tripping, Clay. See, this is the whole thing about doing videos. When I don't warm up or prepare this, I'm not trying to be like anything, just trying to be down to earth and with people and encourage people to practice and learn more on the fretboard and whatever, you know. So thing afterwards, you know. So that kind of stuff. We got all kinds of stuff. Again, then it'll go after the second time of going through around that thing again, then it'll go. Got tons of these, so I don't want to do the video too long because they limit on how much I can post on one video, the time frame of it. But I got cut it off there for now. I want to keep the videos short so they're quick and easy to download, and I'll just post this as just a coffee break noodle. And but I got hundreds of things, so I got to get recording. It's driving me nuts. I got enough stuff to do an easy listening CD, a all blues CD, rock, kick-ass stuff, and an acoustic one. Easy. Without even tapping into all the stuff I've come up with. This is, coming up with this stuff is all from practicing scales. I always talk about learning your scale positions. All this stuff here, what did I do? Oh God. Like this here, you know. All those came from sitting and practicing. Like that one, for example, is the A major scale. I was just sitting practicing the scales. You know, and then I start doing patterns with the scales, you know, so I don't just learn the block mindlessly and just, okay, I can play the F sharp minor / A major scales and do all the blocks. I sit with each one of them and toy with them. And just literally do that kind of thing. And I'll goof around with those, and the same thing with this stuff, like jazz kind of stuff. But I know where they come from, and right when I create a chord progression, I know I can go all over the place and create 1,000 ideas for it, like in no time at all, because of learning those scale positions. But then it comes down to creating a finished product, a whole nother story, because then you got to pick out of those 1,000 ideas you can come up with, which ones do you want to use, you know. On the jazz type stuff, I tend to, you know, tend to do a lot of octave stuff, you know, like this, whatever, you know. Arpeggiated stuff. All those things. So I'll tell you, learning your do, re, mi opens the door just by hearing as you're learning them scale blocks, and you just hear what's there. So, you know, it's way beyond mindlessly going do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You start doing endless little patterns with them, different counts with the notes and whatever, and it's endless what you can come up with. So, just a little, this will be called Coffee Break and a Noodle, even though I haven't started the coffee yet.